Connor, are you ready?
Now I am.
Ava, are you ready?
Yep.
Kai, are you ready?
Ding dong.
Kane, are you ready?
No, I'm in the middle of getting a sick 3K. 2K right now.
Prologue. It's October 1955. Peter Minion is a private eye working in the south end of Detroit. His parents died when he was 5. Peter has dedicated his life to avenging their murders. It's Peter's first day on the job. He walks into Private Eye Incorporated to meet his client. Scene 1. Exterior, Private Eye Incorporated. Day. Interior, Peter Minion's office. Peter Minion enters his office. The luchador mask he wears to hide his identity shimmers in the dull sodium light. A man is waiting.
Hello, Mr. Minion. I'm looking for a missing girl called Mary Jane Watson.
Shame. I'm good friends with Spider-Man.
Peter quickly turns and runs out of his office. A few minutes later, he hears a gunshot followed by the sound of glass breaking. He goes back to the office. It has been ransacked. The front desk clerk is dead. His body lies on the floor near a broken window pane. Peter investigates the body. He picks up the clerk's pistol and examines him. He is wearing a business suit, but there is no pulse or other signs of life. His face shows no sign of trauma. Peter sends a carrier pigeon to the desk clerk's wife. He then opens the door and steps outside. There's a large crowd watching him. He takes off his glasses and wipes them on his sleeve before speaking.
Germaine is dead. I fear some of you may follow. We must apprehend the culprit, whom I believe to be the kidnapper of Mary Jane Watson. Banana. I will now take questions from the press.
He heads towards the nearest police car. He approaches one and waves at the crowd. The driver turns around and drives away as fast as he can without hitting anyone else. Scene 2. Exterior, city, day. Interior, cab.
What's your name, kid?
Peter points at himself.
Peter.
The driver nods and pulls over. Peter climbs out of the car and gets inside. As soon as he does, a cop steps out of another car behind him.
Bathroom, he's in the back of sight.
Peter leaves the Hall of Mirrors. He disappears from sight and reappears in the parking lot of a local bank. He looks around for a moment and then exits the building. Peter heads down the street and through a side alleyway. He calls Spider-Man on the pigeon. No answer. He waits a few moments and tries again. Still nothing. He decides to give up and go to Spider-Man's house. Cut 2. Scene 3. Exterior, Spider-Man's house. Day. Interior, entrance. He walks into Spider-Man's house and knocks on the door. There is no answer. He rings the bell several times, but nobody answers. He breaks the clasp on the front door. Shoving his way through a pile of debris, he finds Spider-Man's house ransacked, with nothing left but broken furniture and a letter on the coffee table. The letter reads, Dear Peter, I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. I was just so angry. I don't know why I didn't stop you when you were trying to rob me. Peter sobs uncontrollably for a moment and then composed himself. He quickly throws away all of the evidence of his crime. He returns home and goes to sleep. He awakes to find that the sun has risen. He is hungry, and he realizes that he has slept in. He eats a piece of toast and drinks water from a nearby stream. He then takes the medication and feels better within an hour. Cut 2. Scene 4. Exterior, Peter Minion's apartment. Night. Interior, Peter Minion's bedroom. Flashback to Mary Jane's death. Peter is sitting in the living room watching TV. A man named Harry is talking on the phone.
I don't know the mood of this scene.
Alright, let me give you some stage directions. You're in the middle of your living room. Harry is sort of an antagonistic figure in your life, and you are confronting him about a deep secret that you share between the two of you. It's a solemn atmosphere.
Hi, Harry.
Perfect. Harry hangs up the phone and looks at him. He smiles.
Goodbye, Peter.
Peter cries for a moment.
I'm sorry.
Cut to scene 5. Exterior, Peter Minion's apartment. Morning. Interior, Peter Minion's bedroom.
Wake up.
Harry looks at you and smiles. He puts his arm around you and kisses you on the lips. They embrace each. Harry.
I love you too.
Peter holds Harry in a lover's embrace. Harry melts, disintegrating into particles that slip between Peter's fingers like grains of sand. As he collapses into a puddle on the floor of Peter's apartment, he lets 5 words out.
I love you, Peter Minion.
Peter wakes up in a cold sweat. It was all a dream. It is 4 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Peter wonders if he should call Aunt May or Uncle Ben.
Peter, hungry.
I just spit all over my body.
Harry smiles and hugs Peter tightly.
It's okay, Peter. We'll make it up to you.
Peter smiles and hugs him back. Cut to scene 6. Exterior, Private Eye Incorporated. Day. Interior, Peter Minion's office. A shocking development in the case of Mary Jane Watson's disappearance occurs. An anonymous tipster comes forward.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm alt-tabbing. I heard Mary Jane may still be alive and is being helped by the Minion gang.
No, it couldn't be.
Say your catchphrase.
Banana.
The police arrive to take over the investigation. They ask Peter to come with them so they can question him further. Peter cooperates with the police. Cut to scene 7. Exterior, police station, night. Interior, interrogation room. Not audible. Peter tells them everything that happened after he woke up. He explains what happened to Mary Jane and how she died. The police believe him and release him from custody. Cut to scene 8. Exterior, local diner. Afternoon, interior booth. Peter's local diner, where there are no more customers. There is a note left behind which reads, "To my friends and family, I want you to know that I will be fine. This was Bob's the Minion's diner. We're going to have to start calling this place the Minion Cafe now. Please don't try anything. We won't hurt you." It's the Minion gang. They've surrounded Peter Minion. He feels a dull bonk on his head and blacks out. Cut to scene 9. Exterior, sewers. Night, interior, unknown. When Peter awakens, he is lying on the ground, covered in blood. A man stands before him, holding a knife to his throat. His face is unrecognizable due to the mask covering most of his face. It's a luchador mask, matching the pattern of Peter's. The masked figure walks towards Peter slowly, as if waiting for an order. He begins to speak softly in Spanish.
Hola, mi nombre es El Maquisito y estoy aquí para ayudarte.
Hello, my name is El Masquisito, and I'm here to help you.
Affiliated with the Minion gang. More importantly, where is Mary Jane Watson? Hey, Lois. Banana.
El Maquisito looks down at Peter and shakes his head.
I'll give you one chance to tell me before I blow this place sky high.
El Maquisito nods and turns around. He walks past the table of 2 women who are staring at him. Peter waits patiently until El Maquisito gets close enough to touch him.
Phoenix Point.
Hey, buy a lady dinner first.
He smiles and reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a small silver ring and places it on Peter's finger.
Harry?
The masked man raises an eyebrow. Harry comes walking out from behind the counter. He has a big grin on his face and waves at Peter.
But if you're not Harry...
Harry grins again and gives Peter a thumbs up. They both walk over to each other and kiss passionately. They then go home to bed. Cut to scene 10. Exterior, Peter Minion's apartment. Night. Interior, Peter Minion's bedroom.
Interior, suicidal risk rate.
What a wacky day. Hey, Lois. Banana.
Upon falling asleep, Peter enters a strange dream. Scene 11. Exterior, Peter's mind, unknown.
Wait,
Interior,
sorry,
dark
Callum.
room.
Before we get in, can we just have a small sound effect for the for him entering the dream sequence,
Yeah.
please?
Of course,
Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll clip that. Thank you.
Interior, dark room. He is in a dark room, illuminated by a single dangling light bulb above a wooden table. Just out of reach of the light stands a crowd of clocked figures, clad in blue overalls, that peek out from their shroud. They say in unison,
"Do not tread on the ground of Bob. You do not know what dark forces he holds power over.
Peter falls suddenly into a pit of darkness, awakening as he hits the ground. He knows where the Minion Gang is. He knows they have kidnapped Mary Jane, and he knows he needs to go there now. He kisses Harry on the forehead and goes to the headquarters of the Minion Gang. Scene 12. Cut to exterior warehouse, night, interior warehouse. Peter turns on the flashlight and enters cautiously. A few steps later, he hears a loud explosion followed by a deafening boom. He ducks and covers. As he does so, he feels something heavy hitting his back. It hurts like hell, but he manages to roll away from it. It's a grenade! Peter picks it up and throws it back where it came from. Unfortunately, it explodes before he can do so. Peter stands up. Suddenly, he feels a sharp pain in his side. He looks down and sees a bullet hole in his skin. He looks to his left, only to see Kevin, leader of the Minion Gang.
You bastard! Where's Bob?
Say the full catchphrase.
Hey, Lois. Banana.
Kevin shrugs and walks past Peter. Peter follows him out of the warehouse.
I'll kill you, but I'm gonna take care of this myself.
Peter rips the gun away from Kevin and shoots him in the head. He falls backwards onto his butt, dead. Peter and Harry run through the warehouse, dodging bullets. Eventually, they find themselves outside. Peter is faced with an altar covered in sheets of dried-on blood. In the center is carved a pentagram with a single, goggled eye in the middle.
What is this?
This is the place where Bob lives. We need to get inside and stop him from killing everyone here.
Peter nods, slowly. Peter kisses Harry passionately. He responds with a deep moan.
What kind of story is this?
This is character development.
Yeah, shut up, King.
I need complete.
This is really important.
Shh, I need complete silence. For this language.
And action.
Peter kisses Harry passionately. He responds with a deep moan that causes Peter to respond in kind. Peter and Harry then begin kissing each other deeply until one of them pulls away.
There's no time for canoodling. I need to do this alone. I need to save Mary Jane. I love you. Hey, Lois. Banana.
Harry smiles and hugs Peter tightly. He kisses him again and then leaves the room. Peter walks over to the altar and kneels down to pray. Peter speaks the ancient tongue of Bob. The words come easily to him as he recites them in his mind. Finally, he finishes and stares into the eyes of the altar. A fine red mist rises from the altar as the eye opens wide, projecting a beam of dark energy into the night sky, piercing the heavens as it shoots upwards. Peter hears a massive, booming voice scream, "What the hell is that?" Peter turns around to see a huge black bird with glowing yellow eyes flying towards him. It lands on top of the altar and begins screeching at Peter. It's Bob, in the form of a monstrous, ravenous bugbear. His face has been horribly disfigured by years of eating human flesh. His body is covered in hundreds of tiny insectobites, which he uses to feed off of his victims' minds.
What have you done to Mary Jane?
You killed my Mary Jane.
Peter shakes his head at Bob.
No, Bob. I'm the one that's gonna save her.
No, I am God, and this is my church!
Peter draws the ancient blade of Orthoreatrix. The blade glimmers brightly, and he feels its power flow through him. Peter lunges for Bob. Bob attempts to block Peter's attack, but he overwhelms him. With a roar, Peter sinks the sword into his chest, killing him instantly. Bob's demonic form melts away, leaving Bob, Peter's brother, breathing his last breaths.
I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't want it to end this way. Hey, Lois. Banana. Where is Mary Jane?
Mary Jane appears behind Peter and grabs his hand.
Mary Jane? What are you doing?
Mary Jane pulls Peter back to reality and looks at him with tears in her eyes. He looks back. Scene 13, exterior Peterman's apartment, interior, kitchen, living room. Peter is in his apartment. His brother Bob lies dead on the kitchen floor. Mary Jane is sobbing. She runs over to hug him.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Peter doesn't know what to do or how to react.
It's okay, Mary Jane. Your murder is avenged. Please, leave this cursed realm. Hey, Lois. Banana.
Mary Jane smiles and walks out the door. She doesn't even acknowledge Peter's apology. Scene 14, exterior warehouse night, interior altar. Peter returns to reality, lying on the floor of the sacrificial chamber. Bob's body is nowhere to be seen, and neither is Mary Jane. Harry rushes towards Peter, shocked to see him breathe.
Are you alright?
Yeah. It's all in the past now.
The Peter Minion
Man,
Saga.